You already know we got breaking news involving Colorado. Coach Prime Deion Sanders has spoken, and he let it be known, despite all of the chaos and the controversy and the winning and the losing that has transpired through this season. There's been so many ups and downs. They look like the hotbed for recruitment, and then a lot of people saying this, and that. But Coach Prime Deion Sanders let it be known today that Colorado and himself, they will not lure recruits with money. We are not an ATM. He let it be known, and I was pretty vocal to say that they're not an ATM. We've seen it in so many, and like I said, maybe people thought that that's how they got Travis. A lot of people felt like you heard Nick Saban, accuse Coach Prime of this in the past. We're gonna get all into it. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports for more news updates and more on Colorado. Listen, we just discussed, in our previous sit down, how Colorado lost, a three-star tackle, and now, we're discussing this now where Deion Sanders is addressing recruitment. Clearly recruitment is something. It's important. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is that Coach Prime has to answer these questions. But Deion Sanders is adamant that money wouldn't be the way the Colorado football program will recruit players. And even though we know all this is going on, name, image, and likeness in the NIL deals have been lucrative for some members of the Buffaloes, including Coach Prime's son, Coach Prime's son, Shador, excuse me, and the program's high profile, you know, um, situation with the Sanders has gained national attention. However, Deion said money won't be the way that he gets kids to commit to Colorado. Um, I want to give some quotes to what he said. Today he said that we're not an ATM. That's not going to happen here. Sanders said during this press conference, if you come to Colorado to play football for me and the Colorado Buffaloes, it's because you really want to play football and receive a wonderful education, and all the business stuff will be handled on the back. And if that's the case, but we are not an ATM. You're not coming here to get rich unless you're really coming here with a plan to go to the NFL and get your degree, not to come here and be money bag. So Coach Prime let it be known that he's not feeling this, situation and this notion. And it's good that he came out and said this because, like I stated before, even when he was in Jackson State, you heard all this going on. And we've heard this in college basketball, college football, where, money is being used, things, cars, it's something, maybe a house, an apartment, something's going on that's luring players to these universities. We can't have, let's not be silly. And people are guilty. I'm not saying Dion is, but people are guilty of doing these things. It just is what it is. Coach Prime Deion Sanders used the transfer portal leading up to the season in order to massively overhaul the roster after he took over as head coach. The Buffaloes will have a number of holes to fill, going into next year. We all know this. What Sanders said was something that everybody in the country knows what we need and how much we need. Um, it's gonna be big. He got a lot of places to fill. We all know that. It would seem that Colorado's biggest needs to start would be the offensive line and creating some more depth for the program. While Shador Sanders has starred, with over, nearly almost 35. Um, it's just like I said, he wilded out this season exactly. He's got 3,230 yards, 27 touchdowns. The Buffaloes allowing 4.91 sacks per game. which is ranked last in the nation. So Shador is electrifying statistically, but clearly we know that what he would be doing if he had the protection. And let me know your thoughts on what y'all think of Shador just getting tackled all over the place, things of that nature. It would seem that Colorado has to figure this thing out. In my humble opinion, they got a lot of things to do. Deion Sanders, everybody got to roll up their sleeves. They changed coaches and all that, OCs. We're gonna see what it looks like. Sanders. We talking about Shador. He exited last game after getting hit, and it's definitely crazy. This all happened against Washington State. After starting 3-0 this season, Colorado has dropped 7 of his last 8 games. While the Buffalo's needs aren't a secret, Deion Sanders said the team wouldn't get caught with a bidding war for players in the transfer portal, nor would they buy anybody whatsoever. So he's making it very clear. We want players who want us. Trying to convince somebody and doing that, being held hostage financially, we ain't with that. Colorado has 9 players, which including a pair of 4-star prospects committed to his 2024 class, putting it 69th in the nation. But Sanders also seen several players decommit from the program, and he expounded on his belief that the NCAA should be a little more stringent when it comes to recruits' words on going to a specific school. A kid ain't faithful to his girlfriend. You think he's going to be faithful to a school? Come on, man. That's an emotional thing, Sanders said. What I wish the NCAA would do, if you're committed somewhere, you can't go on other visits. You're committed, that means you're committed. Um, More quotes, he says, you can't go on no other visits. Why would you be committed, but you're still letting kids go on other visits? That means you're just playing. So let me know your thoughts on that, because like I said, Deion has lost some recruits, and let me know, do you think that the NCAA should step in and implement the rules that Coach Prime is asking for? Because if those rules was in place, maybe he could have saved some of these top commits that decommitted on him, that went here and went there. And I know it was detrimental to the program. I'm pretty sure Deion, he's a forward thinker. So I'm pretty sure he was thinking about the possibilities of what these guys can do on the field and things of that nature. But now we will never see that. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to bring the news to the people. Coach Prime Deion Sanders will not buy players. Colorado, they got big shoes to fill. Make sure you subscribe for more news updates and more. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Peace and love.